Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today's video is going to blow your mind because we're diving deep into the world of Roosevelt dimes, tiny coins that could be worth thousands, even millions of dollars if you're lucky enough to find one in your pocket change. Yes, you heard that right. That simple 10-cent coin you might ignore every day could actually be hiding a fortune in plain sight. These dimes carry not only shocking collector value, but also a fascinating history that stretches back to World War II, silver shortages, and some of the most mysterious minting errors in U.S. history. Before we reveal which Roosevelt dimes are making headlines and selling for life-changing amounts at auction, let's take a quick look at how this humble coin became one of America's most valuable hidden treasures. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, right after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the man who led America through the Great Depression and World War II. This coin was more than just currencies. It was a symbol of hope, leadership, and progress. The U.S. Mint wanted to honor Roosevelt not only for his presidency, but also for his fight against polio, which inspired the March of Dimes charity, the very cause linked to this coin's name. In its early years, from 1946 to 1964, the Roosevelt dime was struck in 90% silver, giving it not just monetary but intrinsic value. However, after 1965, silver was removed from U.S. coins due to rising costs, and the dime transitioned to a copper-nickel composition. But that's where the story gets truly fascinating, because in this changeover and in the years that followed, rare errors, limited mintages, and special silver strikes began to appear. Some of these coins, unnoticed for decades, are now being discovered in circulation and fetching incredible sums at auctions. From missing mint marks to off-metal errors and proof coins accidentally released into circulation, the Roosevelt dime has become a hidden jackpot for sharp-eyed collectors. Now we will talk about the first most valuable Roosevelt dime worth big money, the legendary 1968 no-S-proof Roosevelt dime. This coin is one of the most shocking discoveries in modern U.S. coin history. In 1968, the San Francisco Mint began producing proof coins with an S mint mark, but a few rare dimes were struck without it by mistake. These no-S-proof dimes somehow escaped the mint and found their way into collectors' hands, creating one of the most valuable modern minting errors ever. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist, and each one is worth thousands to over $40,000, depending on condition. Some have sold at major auctions for record-breaking prices, turning a simple dime into a collector's dream. What makes this coin so fascinating is that it's not an old 1800s rarity. It's a modern proof coin from the late 1960s, and yet it's rarer than most 19th century issues. If you ever find a 1968 dime without the S mint mark just below Roosevelt's neck, you might be holding a small silver-colored fortune in your hand. Now we will talk about the next incredibly rare and valuable Roosevelt dime, the 1970 no-S-proof dime. This coin is another jaw-dropping mint error that slipped through under the radar and became one of the most famous modern U.S. rarities. In 1970, proof coins were again struck at the San Francisco Mint, all supposed to carry the small S mint mark. But a few dimes were accidentally struck without that mint mark, creating another no-S proof variety that collectors go crazy for. What makes this error so special is its extreme rarity. Only a few examples are known to exist in the entire world. Each one is a genuine collector's treasure, selling for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. In fact, some high-grade examples have fetched over $35,000 to $40,000, proving that a tiny missing letter can make a huge difference in value. The coin itself might look ordinary, shiny, silver-toned with Roosevelt's familiar profile, but its missing S mint mark turns it into a hidden fortune. These rare proofs were meant for collectors only, yet somehow a few made it out, changing numismatic history forever. So next time you come across a 1970 dime, check it carefully. If it's a proof coin with no S below the date, you might just be staring at a $40,000 miracle. Now we will talk about one of the most famous and ultra-rare Roosevelt dimes in U.S. history, the 1975 no-S proof dime. This coin is considered the holy grail of modern dime collecting. In 1975, the San Francisco Mint again struck proof coins for collectors, all marked with the small S mint mark. But somehow a tiny number, and believed to be just two known examples, were struck without the mint mark. Yes, only two authentic 1975 no-S proof dimes are known to exist. making it one of the rarest modern U.S. coins ever produced. This was a shocking discovery that stunned collectors and even the mint itself. Each of these coins is worth an unbelievable fortune, with one selling for over $450,000 at auction. Just imagine a simple Roosevelt dime, the same size and design you see every day, turning out to be worth nearly $500,000. It's proof that even modern coins can hide incredible treasures if you know what to look for. Collectors continue to dream of finding another example, but so far, only two have ever been confirmed, making the 1975 no-S-proof dime a true modern legend and one of the most valuable dimes on Earth. Now we will talk about one of the most shocking circulation discoveries, the 1982 no-P Roosevelt dime. Unlike the earlier proof errors, this coin wasn't meant for collectors. It was a regular business strike meant for everyday use. In 1982, all Roosevelt dimes made at the Philadelphia Mint were supposed to have a tiny P mint mark just above the date. But due to a minting mistake early that year, some dies were made without the mint mark, resulting in thousands of dimes being released into normal circulation. Collectors were stunned when this rare variety was discovered, because for the first time, an extremely valuable Roosevelt dime could actually appear in your pocket change. The 1982 no-P dime can be worth anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. High-grade examples with sharp details and luster have sold for over $10,000, while circulated ones can still bring in big profits for lucky finders. What makes this coin truly special is that it broke the pattern. It proved that not all treasures are locked in proof sets. You could literally find one in a jar of old coins, a cash register, or a coin roll from the bank. So next time you see a 1982 dime, look closely. See if there's no P mint mark above the date. Congratulations. You've just spotted a real circulating rarity worth big money. Now we will talk about the 1964 D double die reverse Roosevelt dime, a rare and stunning error worth thousands. The year 1964 marked the final issue of the 90% silver Roosevelt dimes, making it a historic turning point in U.S. coinage. But at the Denver Mint, something unexpected happened, and a small number of dies used for striking the reverse side, the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, were misaligned during the hubbing process, creating a double die reverse. This means that on these rare coins, the details on the back, and especially the words, United States of America, 1 dime, and E pluribus unums appear slightly doubled, creating a fascinating and valuable visual error. While the doubling is not always easy to spot, collectors with sharp eyes know that this mistake makes the 1964 D double die dime extremely desirable. Depending on condition and clarity of the doubling, these coins have sold for several $1,000s, with pristine examples reaching $5,000 or more. Because 1964 was such a heavily produced year for silver dimes, this rare error often hides in plain sight, tucked away in old coin rolls, jars, or silver hoards. Now we will talk about the 1949 S Roosevelt dime, a true low-mintage rarity that serious collectors hunt for. This coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint during the early years of the Roosevelt dime series, and what makes it stand out is its exceptionally low mintage. Because of that, high-quality, well-preserved examples are extremely difficult to find today. Most 1949 S dimes entered circulation and suffered heavy wear, making uncirculated or proof-like pieces highly valuable to collectors. A 1949 S Roosevelt dime in average circulated condition might be worth only a few dollars for its silver content, but in mint state grades, especially those with strong strikes and full torch lines, the value can soar to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some pristine examples have fetched over $4,000 at auctions. What adds to its charm is its place in history. It represents the early silver era of the Roosevelt dime series, before mintages skyrocketed in later decades. For many collectors, the 1949 S is considered a key date coin, a cornerstone for completing a high-grade Roosevelt dime set. So if you're sorting through old silver dimes, keep an eye out for that small S mint mark below the torch on the reverse, because a shiny 1949 S could be a valuable piece of numismatic history. Now we will talk about the 1946 S Roosevelt dime, the first-year issue that carries deep historical and collector value. The year 1946 marked a new chapter in American coinage. After the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1945, the U.S. Mint decided to honor him by placing his portrait on the dime. A fitting tribute, since Roosevelt had championed the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. That same year, The San Francisco Mint struck the 1946 Roosevelt dime, one of three mint varieties, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While millions were minted, most went into circulation immediately, and over the decades, finding a 1946 in pristine, untouched condition has become extremely difficult. Collectors value this coin not only for its 90% silver content, but also for its symbolic importance as the first of the entire Roosevelt dime series. High-grade examples with strong luster and full bands or full torch details, meaning the tiny torch lines on the reverse, are fully visible, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on quality. And that wraps up our list of the top 7 most valuable Roosevelt dimes, worth millions. From the legendary 1975 no-S proof, dime valued at nearly $500,000, to the 1982 no-P circulation, error that could still be hiding in your pocket change. These tiny 10-cent coins prove that real treasure doesn't always shine in gold. Sometimes it jingles quietly in your wallet. Each of these Roosevelt dimes tells a story of history, of mistakes that turned into miracles, and of everyday coins transformed into once-in-a-lifetime discoveries. So the next time you come across a dime, don't overlook it. Take a closer look. You never know. You might be holding the next big auction star worth thousands or even millions. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, because someone out there might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Thanks for watching. And until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep your eyes open for hidden treasures.